Patient darlings, over here, bringing you some more Genshin Impact. Let's see. Last time, we discovered that maintenance for this very fancy ship that once at one point in time contained all of Fontaine, basically. Um, we discovered that it's apparently has very high maintenance costs, and so as the Fontania Film Festival comes around, they're printing it out. And for the very, very high price of so much money, a dear friend of ours that we haven't seen for quite some time, and who I dared say it was a miracle scene, rented it out. Anywho, we and our team of the Fontania Film Festival, it's like, I think it's like right under there, somewhere under there. Anyway, I have no idea where this goes. Yeah, see? It's right over there, the Fontanium Film Festival. Or for the most part. So why does it take me here? Oh, I can climb. Like, I climb my way up there, but why does it take me here? You know? Anyway, I was mostly over there because I just thought it was confusing. Wait, I think there used to be Hydrolicious, excuse me. I was like, ocean? I was like, ocean? No, hydro. Yeah, there was like, I'm pretty sure that there was like a Hydrolicious right over there. But yeah, no. And there's the Fontanian Film Festival. You can see it as I move my mouse around. Yes, of all the places that are fairly easy to get, up here is certainly one of them. Anywho, we are continuing with the quest for those we have lost. Meet with Sandrone. Before meeting her friends, she seems intent on resolving anomalies within herself first. For those of you who don't remember, Sandrone was... You know, I'm just gonna say it. She was basically dead. But something happened. The world smiled upon her. I would say the gods, but she did get an ice something or other. Like, it's not a syndrome. Like, she didn't get a vision specifically. She got like this, like it being diamond shaped is very specific. Apparently, I say apparently because, well, apparently it's very specific. Like, yeah, the Shneznayan one is like, yes, you're very scary. It's like diamond shaped. Not a heart. You're just you. I was gonna say, script doesn't have a vision. To be fair, if she had one of them. I'm gonna just start Daglia. Yeah. Shneznayan one are these little like they're diamond shaped, but with like the two little spikes. Meanwhile, Sandrone has. I genuinely forget what it's called. But either way, the point still stands that it's not. It's not a normal vision. It's diamond shaped. Because at the very least, visions are round. What Sandrone says that. So, like, something it's related to the first descender. Also interesting little thing, at least I'm pretty sure. Unable to enter Mr. Little Wonderland. So if you wonder why I start from outside the ship, It's because once you get on the ship, it's like low-key acting like a different locale. Alright. And we'll get on with making the best aquarium ever after the main quest.
Ah, you're here. We should get going then. Xavier and the others should be filming soon.
How's it going? Have you managed to figure out the location of your home yet?
And Sandrone's old home that used to be on land. Like, as if to go to show how far...
I've narrowed down a few potential locations.
How far, how much Fontaine is flooded. Like, we're swimming deep underwater, meters underwater. And just like, she's like, ah yes, my home is somewhere around here. And it's like, you're like 20 meters underwater.
We just need to take a sample from each one. Once the equipment analyzes them, we should know the exact location and where to find the entrance.
Great! We should get started then.
All right, let's get a move on. That should do it. Let's head back. The filming should be just about done. We made good time. We might even know the location by the end of the day.
You sound pretty happy about that.
Do I? I suppose I've just had enough of these anomalies I've been dealing with. The sooner I can fix them, the better.
I'm curious what anomalies she's experiencing. Is it things like wants and desires?
Anyway, enough chit-chat. We have work to do. Oh, but let's head in through the side door. I don't want to run into the crew on the deck. All right. Now we just need to wait for the results. Since we have some time to kill, I suppose I might as well see how this aquarium of yours is coming along. You seemed quite enthusiastic about it, after all.
It's really coming together.
It sure is. Those we have lost. Found a piece of a piano.
Oh, kind of impressive, actually.
I hope she genuinely says different things depending on like how far along you are.
These must be the ones we caught the first time we went underwater. Like it?
No.
It's fine, I guess. Nothing special.
Come on! It sounded like you really liked it just now.
You're that proud of it? Is this a sense of accomplishment or something?
Well, yeah. And it's pretty.
You know it's gonna be gone soon, though, right?
It's nice while we have it.
What do you mean?
After the festival, this ship will be returned to the fortress of Meropede, and this aquarium will be no more.
Ugly fish.
So?
So, no matter how much work you put into this place, once the festival is over, it's all just going to disappear.
But not making the most of it when we have the chance is an even bigger waste.
But if you know it's all going to be gone one day, why even bother?
Well, because...
The memories we have will last a lifetime.
Because you still get to keep the things you gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced.
Doesn't that make losing them even harder?
I suppose.
Well, if you put it like that, but the happy memories we make along the way last forever. You just have to take a more glass half full perspective. Not to mention, everything we do here is gonna be on film, so it'll still live on in some shape or form.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look back on it, only happy memories will come to mind?
Exactly!
So it's about finding joy in the process itself.
Traveler! You're back already?
See, Lolly.
What's wrong with that? You say that like it's terrible news or something.
How did you get here? I didn't see you on the deck. Oh, never mind. We need to help Miss Guillotin hide ASAP. The crew is heading over here to shoot any second.
What? They should be done by now.
There was a mishap earlier that cost them some time. I was waiting on deck so I could warn you the minute you showed up. Anyway, you should head back to the captain's cabin right away. They're gonna be here any minute now. Finally! That's a wrap for the scenes on the deck. Wouldn't have taken half as long if the wind hadn't snapped our equipment in two.
Uh-oh! Too late!
Change of plans then. You'll just have to hide.
Hide? And where exactly am I supposed to do that?
Oh, there's a box over there! You can get in that!
Box.
Huh? You expect me to...
Do I need my makeup done for the next scene too?
For the love of...
That sounded really closely. Sounded really close, like she was gonna be like, shh.
Let me see. Maybe just a quick touch-up.
Huh? Traveler and Paimon? What are you doing here? I thought you took the day off to take care of something.
Huh? Oh, well, it didn't take as long as we were expecting, so we came back early. What about you guys? You're still not done shooting for the day?
No, we ran into an issue that, set us back. It meant Miss Charlotte's crew wasn't able to wrap either. We both still have scenes to shoot in this aquarium.
Oh, that's not ideal. For several reasons. Let us help then. The sooner we wrap, the sooner everyone can get some rest.
All right.
Paimon's getting better at lying.
Thanks, you two.
Miss Charlotte's crew can go first then. If I'm not mistaken, you still have a night shoot later. Thanks, Director Farina! Of course! Fellow artists should help each other out where we can.
Agreed. Well then, camera, lights, get set up. Actors, give your lines a quick once-over. Let's try to get this in one take.
I love their enthusiasm.
All right, places, everyone. And 3, 2, 1, action.
I love her energy.
So, the story ends like this. But when Duke Saint Germanus departed, he clearly said that everything was beyond redemption.
Huh? That sounds familiar. Wait, it's from that novel I came across while researching the numerological array.
He's only a genius when it comes to mechanics, and everything else, he's just an ordinary person.
Shh. Huh? What was that noise?
Whatever, I'll just fix it in post.
Miss Jacoba, please don't speak as if I were the accomplice.
Dun 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 dun.
Not so hard. This box isn't sturdy enough for that.
This is why I keep saying, don't put too much trust in Clockwork Mecha. Unlike humans, machines don't have a heart.
Aw.
A heart?
That's right. It's what's on the inside. It's also referred to as someone's soul, or likened to free will. You can think of it as a person's core, what makes them unique. In general, though, people don't believe machines are capable of having a soul.
You said my emotion module was faultless.
It is, but that's not quite the same thing.
Do you think I have one then? A heart?
I don't think so. I know so.
Aww.
The question is, do you recognize it within yourself?
That's where you're wrong. I can't believe this.
Forcing me to hide in a box and listen to this drivel. Me.
In the end, clocks tick through tranquil years. Fish swim in crystalline springs.
Emily.
No matter how grand a dream is, it will fade away like this. Forlorn, wordless, silent.
And cut.
That was a long one. What did you think?
If she makes them do another take, I'm going to flip a lid. And not just the one to this box.
Oh, there were some weird audio things going on, but acting-wise, it was great. It's a keeper.
Perfect! That means I can get out of this box.
It's our turn. Camera operator, set up for the next scene.
And I just love the maid's face. Like, oh. Okay, so she's in this box.
In this one, our protagonist peruses an aquarium in a foreign land and gets swept up in memories of her friend. So, in terms of lighting, that's the vibe we're going for. Got that?
Shoot. Paimon thought there'd be a break and Zandroni could slip away. What are we gonna do now?
She's just gonna have to be patient. Guess she's gonna have to hang in there a little longer.
Break a leg! Yep, we're headed off to shoot our next scene.
Good luck.
All right, quiet on set. We're about to start rolling. Ready, Miss Columbina?
She looks really cinematic.
Miss Columbina?
I think she would like this.
Quick, we should roll on this.
It doesn't forage with the others, or prey upon its smaller kin. Instead, it remains where it is, cradled in the coral's quiet beauty, as though the raging cyclones above are of no consequence. And yet, she still stood before the cyclone in the end.
Aww. Columbina.
So I think that story has it wrong. She is no different than us. She has a heart.
Columbina.
Hmm?
Oh.
Uh-oh, is she onto us?
What is she doing? Cut!
You okay, Columbina?
Huh.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I just thought...
Why don't we take a short break? It's been a long day of shooting so far. That last take was beautifully organic, though. We can use it as is. No need to go again.
Thanks, Director Farina. But I'm fine to continue.
You're sure? In that case,
let's shoot some quick B-roll. Then we can move to our next outdoor scene.
Hmm.
We're in the clear this time.
Ugh! Absolutely suffocating.
You okay, Sandrone?
Right as rain. Come on, let's go check the test results. It's time for me to go home.
I object. Like, she was really clearly over there. Like, they were looking in the fish tank. They were pounding on the thing. Like, baseline, I object to the not being found. That was so dumb.
Alright, it should be around here. Give me some space. I'll activate the water insulating mechanism.
The what?
Alain, much like Renee, had long predicted that the water levels in Fontaine would rise. Thanks to his expertise in mechanics, he was able to implement a few simple measures to protect our home from flooding. I told him there was no need, that I would just move when the water rose too high. But it would seem he knew a day like this would come.
So, let's see.
All right, the silt has been cleared away. Go activate the mechanism for the first sluice gate. That will fill the empty middle chamber with water. All right, now turn on the drainage mechanism in front of the second sluice gate, and this chamber will become empty once again.
Very cool. I don't think I have. Yeah.
So, this is where you used to live? It's beautiful. There's even a garden.
Back when I lived here, it was my job to tend to the potted plants and flower beds. Still growing strong even after all this time. Who would have thought?
Indeed.
If the weather was nice, I would take Alain out in his wheelchair and we would go for a walk. Before long, we started bringing Polonia along too. Come to think of it, I was the only one who could get around easily back then. Polonia always got stuck at some point, and it was up to me to launch a rescue mission.
Those sound like happy memories.
Happy? I suppose they were. Uneventful, but pleasant. Repetitive, but peaceful. It was like living in a world where time didn't exist.
I'm sure it certainly feels that way.
Of course, that was all just an illusion. Death still awaits all of us at the end.
Oh.
All right, enough standing around. Let's head inside.
I love sunflowers. Place to sit. Crazy.
Yep, this place is exactly how I left it. Nothing has changed.
Oh, right, Sanjana. I have something to give back to you.
What is it?
Your notebook.
Huh? How did you get... Oh, Arlecchino gave it to you, didn't she? And you... read the whole thing. Just so you know, a lot of that was written a long time ago. At that very desk, to be exact. Anyway, since you've already read it, you should just hold on to it. I can always start a new one. Well, feel free to look around. I'm going to start looking for the gift Alen mentioned. Oh, but be careful with the stuff around here. I'm not saying you can't touch anything. Just try not to choke on the dust. A warm hearth.
Some yellow pieces of paper and what looks like letters.
Oh, these are some of Alen's drafts from his later years. Just casual doodles, really. And these are just some unimportant letters. I couldn't be bothered to sort through them before I left. Coffee. Tea.
A faded old picture.
The people in this picture look kind of familiar.
Yeah, the little Oceanid storyline. Caterpillar and all that.
Oh, this was taken when Alen and Renee were both still at the Fontaine Research Institute. Before their falling out.
At least that's what I think.
In his later years, Alen would often sit by the fireplace and stare at this picture,
Cool.
wearing an expression somewhere between guilt and longing.
Which one is Alen?
He said he sometimes regretted not helping his friend when he needed it most. Even if just to stop him. Polonia.
Oh. Some sort of mechanical workbench covered in all sorts of tools. Nothing a novice like me could make heads or tails of.
This was Alen's workbench. Later on, of course, it became mine. It's where both Polonia and I were brought to life. Before Alen was bedbound, this is where he would teach me about mechanics. I would sit and listen, chiming in with questions here and there. Later on, when he got too sick, I took over and would work on Polonia here. old notes.
A few old toys appear to be math-related. There are also some complex mathematical puzzles on the table.
Oh, I played with these when I was little.
Little.
During the first few months after I was created, I mean. At first, Alen and I would play together, but it didn't take long for me to become unbeatable. So, Polonia and I played together instead.
So it was sort of like a big brother, or little brother. Little big brother.
Yeah. These don't look like Paimon's kind of games.
Logic and math puzzles? Those happen to be my specialty. It's been so long. What do you say? Should we play a few rounds?
Sure. You pick the game.
Let's go with this one. The gears on the left are stacked from largest to smallest. The goal is to move them to the other side in the fewest number of moves. Just remember, you can't stack a bigger gear on top of a smaller one.
I'm stupid. Sure. God. Hold on. Can I restart? I'll try. Hold on.
You managed to do it the fewest moves possible? Guess we can add puzzles to the list of things you're surprisingly good at.
I'm like, I know how to work this puzzle.
Well, what did you think of the game?
It was fun.
You showed quite a bit of promise, too. We should do this again sometime. There are other puzzles we could try.
I would love to do puzzles with you, Sinjana.
Wow! This house is filled with so many memories! It's so cozy and charming!
You should have seen it in its prime, when people actually lived here. A lit fireplace,
Oh,
a steaming cup of coffee. That's the real deal.
I love that the house wasn't the home. It was the people in it.
You know, we also used to have a mechanical piano that Alen built.
Ooh! How chic!
Alen never played it much. He probably wasn't able to at that point. But I managed to teach myself. Music theory is essentially math after all. Once you learn the patterns, it's not really that difficult. I loved perusing Alen's collection of classical music. The chords and harmonies felt like individual mathematical puzzles. It was fascinating, so I did some composing as well. But as Alen continued to deteriorate, even the sound of music began to grate on his nerves. so I got rid of the piano.
What?
Aww.
Back then, I assumed a piano was like an ordinary clothing rack. Commonplace in every home and easily replaceable. It was only after I left that I realized how hard a good piano is to find. Enough about that. Alen's gift should be just in here. The only things undisturbed before I left were a few of his personal belongings.
Fontinalia.
Wait, there's a hidden compartment at the back of this box. Looks like it's locked with some kind of gear mechanism. Knowing you, Ellen, I'm guessing it goes like this, then like this. Got it. Am I a genius or what? Let's see here. A box?
Well, you gonna open it?
It's heavier than I was expecting. Just how much stuff is in here?
So low res. Like, so much stuff is high res. Disney res. High res.
A letter? And a bunch of junk underneath it.
Like, look at the paper.
None of it seems that important.
But then the box. Why is it so low res?
Wait a second. This should be it.
Oh, a cube?
It's a multidimensional algorithmic core. Ellen would use it to store information. Only Polonia and I have access. All right. I'll start looking into the core and the letter. Feel free to go through the rest of the stuff and see if there's anything useful.
Okay. Hold on. There's another picture in here. This one has writing on the back.
Fontinalia.
A snapshot of you playing among the plants shortly after you were born. You seem to like these flowers a lot. May you grow and flourish just as they do.
Huh?
Wow! Look how happy you are in this picture. You've changed a lot since then, huh?
It's basically a baby photo.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that you come off kind of aggressive sometimes. Or, you know, annoyed at everyone around you.
Well then, people should stop being so annoying. It's not like I'm the one with the problem.
Of course not. Oh, here's something else. Looks like a piece of paper torn out from somewhere. Today, I solved another math puzzle and made a breakthrough on a construction problem the Institute has been stuck on for years. Am I a genius or what?
No, wait, that's
From now on, I should have people address me as Her Highness the Clockwork Princess, unraveler of all reason.
No, nope. No more of that. I thought I tore this page out.
You wrote this? Then how did it get... Wait, there's more writing at the bottom.
I love that Lumine clearly understands this is basically a diary page that Sanjana in embarrassment ripped out and probably tried to throw away. But her basically father was like, oh, that's precious, and just kept it in a box of...
You seem to have developed a distaste for this particular entry, considering I found it in the trash. I'm sorry, but I could not help but hold on to it. Forgive me.
Ellen! Don't be embarrassed. Everyone goes through a phase like that.
Nonsense. I wasn't even the one who wrote that. It must have been Polonia.
It's okay, we get it. Your Highness.
That's enough. I told you it was Polonia. You know what? We're done with this. No more rifling around in the box.
Aww.
Just put it down and let me read the letter. to my little clockwork princess. Oh.
Guess it's for Polonia.
Not another word. Got that? If you're reading this,
You've most likely received the gift I left for you. I just hope you didn't stumble across all this while cleaning out my effects or something trivial like that. I once asked if there was something you wished for. Do you remember that? I wonder if time has changed your answer. Regardless, I have another gift. A formula that will allow you to come face to face with the anomaly inside of you. If you even still call her that. Why this gift? To understand that, allow me to wax poetic on the soul once again. I would ask you to stick with me until the end, but I know you will. You always have. I believe a person should be born twice over in their lifetime. First, there's the birth that grants us life. Then, the birth of the soul. It's a matter of transforming the life bestowed upon us into the life we choose for ourselves. And to do that, we must look inward. We must make a conscious choice to define the meaning of our life instead of allowing the happenstance of our existence to pass us by. This is the process of recognizing the soul that lives within us. You are my proudest masterpiece. I told you that long ago. But to me, you have never been a creation or a machine. To me, you're just like the rest of us. You have a heart. In fact, some theories think of the human brain as nothing more than a machine, and thought the product of its computations. So you see, perhaps we're not so different after all. Your inner machinery is just far more advanced than most. No matter how one looks at it, the heart is a complex thing, a place where logic and reason collide with our emotions. Your computational capacity allowed you to become sentient and develop logical reasoning. But it also granted you something that, on the surface, might seem contradictory. Emotion. Emotions and logic often clash with each other, and those instances of discord can accumulate over time. That is the source of what you refer to as the anomalies within you. As you told me once, you've always known what you don't want, yet you've never wished for anything in particular. Similar to how a blind person can feel when a part of their body is in pain without being able to fully visualize its form, such is your relationship with your soul. So, what I leave you now is this: a formula that will allow you to see the shape of your soul. For if you want to protect your heart, you must first be able to recognize it within yourself.
of course,
Interesting.
whether you use it is entirely up to you. You are, and always have been, free to do as you wish. Regardless, whether by my formula or some other means, I trust you will know your heart one day. You always were a fast learner, and the smartest person I've ever known. Ellen. Oh.
You alright?
I'm fine. I've already figured out how this formula works. Let's get out of here and then we can use it.
You made up your mind already? You're gonna do it?
Why wouldn't I? Resolving the anomalies within my core is the reason I came here in the first place.
Do you need our help?
No, I can do this on my own. But, do you want to watch?
Sure.
Uh,
If it's
what do you mean?
if it's not too much trouble.
I already know what anomaly I need to resolve. Like Alen said, she's an amalgamation of all the times my logic algorithms have clashed with my emotions.
And by resolve, you mean that literally? Or...
Yes.
But if you, let us in like that, wouldn't that mean letting us see a bunch of your, you know, inner thoughts and secrets?
If what Alen said is true, then I'm about to be... born anew. Or whatever. This is your chance to be lucky enough to witness it. Besides, you already read my whole diary. When it comes to keeping my innermost thoughts to myself, well, I think that ship has sailed.
You really sure about this?
How many times do I have to say it? I finally let you in as... friends, and you want to question it. I'm not gonna offer a second time.
Then we'd be honored. And thanks for saying that, Sandrone.
Enough with the mushy stuff. Just follow me. All right. With the numerological array, I can construct a simple formula that will allow you to experience what I see and hear in real time.
Oh, just like St. Lolly's scent-sharing technique. Been there, done that.
Sounds like that shaman has some tricks up her sleeve. The arcane and the mathematical are both fundamental laws of this world. Being able to achieve a similar result through both isn't surprising. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. But no comments from the peanut gallery, okay? I know I offered, but I still don't want any interruptions.
Okay. Hello, Minnow. Okay, hold on. Come on. I need you not in front of the keyboard. Not in front of the keyboard. Wow.
Is this my heart?
It's beautiful.
No, it's probably just the result of Alen's formula. A space dedicated to resolving anomalies. Huh. But it looks like the walls are all... mirrors?
Mirrors to the soul.
You made it. About time.
Cat.
Is that me? From the past? You just spoke of anomalies. Well, here I am. What happens when emotion contradicts reason? Shall we sit down and talk?
They're not perfectly in sync. There are differences.
That should do it. Hello? My name is Alain Guillotin. Can you hear me?
Brings back memories, doesn't it? The time we spent here.
Here. I want you to have this.
A notebook?
You can use it to write things down.
I don't need to write things down. I have unlimited memory.
Even so, some things are more important than others, right? You can use it to write about the things that matter.
So you wish me to carry out a basic priority sorting operation?
I suppose you can think of it like that for now. But journaling is also an act of finding oneself. Much like we use wooden stakes to guide a plant to grow in a certain manner, what we choose to write down gives the soul much needed direction. In the act of choosing what to forget and what to hold on to, we decide what kind of person we want to become.
I don't understand. Like I said earlier, I don't need something like this. This is where we were born, where our life began. Mornings of tending to the garden, afternoons spent cleaning, reading, or studying. Evenings of cozying up by the fire, listening to Alain share stories about his past. Alain,
What is it?
what are you drinking?
Oh, this? It's coffee. It, makes me more productive.
I want to try it.
Oh, okay. Here.
Just like that?
Bitter. Speaking of, why did you design me with senses? Taste, smell, touch.
Well, I'm not quite sure. It just felt like the right thing to do. I suppose I hoped you might have a life of your own one day, and that you deserve to experience all life has to offer.
Oh. Still bitter. But the smell is nice. I thought those peaceful days would go on forever. You know that's not possible. Maybe. But how was I supposed to know the end was just around the corner? That was just bad luck. Was it? Well, it certainly became a pattern, now didn't it?
Oh?
Over time, one of the habits we picked up from Alain was a love of coffee. We even took to hosting tea parties. A machine acting like a human. Kind of laughable, right? I suppose that's just what I'm used to. Yeah, that's just what we're used to.
Hey, this place isn't half bad. Great spot for a party.
More and more people seem to be showing up to my tea parties uninvited. Anyone care to explain?
Can you blame me? I saw Columbina leading Capitano somewhere, and I had to see what that was about.
I had simply asked Columbina where I might find Arlecchino. I have business to discuss with her, and Columbina suggested looking here. Tartaglia and I were unaware that this was a private gathering. Apologies for the intrusion. It won't be for long.
Whatever. Just add it to the list of annoying things that have happened today. What's one more? Since you're here, you might as well stay for a cup of tea.
See? Told you she wouldn't mind.
Much obliged, Sandrone.
Well, look who we have here. Good thing I brought extra desserts. This has turned into quite the occasion.
Now this is someone we haven't seen in quite quite a while.
Capitano, I was just about to go find you.
Pardon the intrusion. Rest assured, I won't sully your gathering with talk of work. We can have our discussion later.
Spoken like a true gentleman. A certain unmannered 11th seat could learn a thing or two.
You know, you really should start being nicer to me, Rosaline. Or I might just snatch that 8th seat right out from under you.
I'd like to see you try.
If you're gonna fight, take it outside. The only mess I plan on cleaning up is tea-related. I still don't understand how our quiet afternoon turned into such a crowded gathering. One by one, people just kept barging in. And then, one by one, they left without a word. Yeah, pretty annoying, huh?
Oh.
Of all my days with the Fatui, the times I spent with you, Arlecchino, and Rosaline, they were my favorite. Goodbye, Sandrone.
So bittersweet.
Don't go, Columbina. We should have just said that. Why didn't we? If we had, would the story have had a different ending? She couldn't stay. There was no future for her here. She would have just faded away. You're right. I suppose that's why you call me an anomaly. Every time you make a decision, there's a voice inside your heart. My voice, asking to contradict all logic and reason. Why didn't we make her stay? Is it worse to fight for something just to lose it? Or not to have fought at all? Don't you find it unfair? One by one, we keep losing the things we care about the most. But in the end, whether I want to fight for something or cry over all we've lost, you just push it down and pretend not to hear.
Polonia.
And now, even Polonia, the other half of Elend's legacy. The last remaining member of our family. Even Polonia is no longer with us.
Oh.
I did everything I could. But it's just like Elend always said. Polonia was one of a kind. There was no replicating what he managed to create. Don't you feel like our connection to the past is fading bit by bit? Like, even the things we have left are slowly slipping away. I suppose. But you can't move through life without having to say goodbye. And even as we experience loss, there are always new things to be gained. Ever so logical.
The anomaly's hair is a bit paler.
What's your take, then? It feels like the more I care about something, the faster the world takes it away. It sounds so stupid, but I can't help it. That's the hand life has dealt me time and time again. Why even fight for something that's just going to be lost in the end? Better to never have had it at all. Better if it would all just disappear. Dark, I know. But the heart wants what it wants. Maybe the stellar linchpin appeared because of me. Because of what I wish for. I don't think so. Yeah, probably not. What an anomaly wants goes against all logic and reason after all. Well, go ahead and do what you came for. You're here to resolve the anomaly, aren't you? Yes. What's it gonna be? Keeping me imprisoned here like before? Or eliminating me entirely, like debugging a code? That might actually be a mercy. I don't care. I just don't want to experience the pain of loss ever again. Go ahead. I'm ready. Why do we keep losing everything we care about? I know it hurts, but that's life. I wish... I know. I've always known. Because we've been one all along.
Oh. Cinderone.
Oh, Sandrone!
I'm fine.
It's okay to cry, you know.
Cry? You've gotta be kidding me. Save the comforting for someone who needs it, Paimon.
Just now, that was...
The emotional side of my core algorithm. My emotion module has always been fully developed and operational. Elen tried to tell me that too. I've just chosen to ignore her voice all this time.
Because of a fear of loss.
I suppose. Huh. Come to think of it, it's kind of like the aquarium on this ship.
The aquarium?
It's going to be gone soon. So why bother to make it at all?
The old me took one look at it and saw something I would inevitably lose. So I stopped putting in the effort. Then, one by one, the fish all swam away, and the place became even more bleak and depressing. Pretty pathetic, right?
Don't say that. A lot of people would feel the same. It just shows how much you care about what you have.
So, what about now?
Now? After seeing what you've done with the aquarium, I have to admit, I think it's beautiful. It's like you said, we get to keep the things we gain along the way. And those are things that can never be replaced, because we choose to hold them in our hearts.
Well said.
Well said indeed.
Besides, I've already died once. I'd be stupid not to make the most of this second chance.
About your wish?
Right. Earlier you, or your inner self, mentioned something about her wish. What was it?
You think that's something you can just ask and I'll tell you?
50-50.
Think again.
hurt to try.
I may have accepted my emotional self, but I'm not about to go all soft and mushy on the inside and pour my heart out.
I suppose you wouldn't be Sandrone if you did. The same old Sandrone.
That said, taking a step in the right direction couldn't hurt. Starting with cleaning some old aquarium tanks of my own. Huh? Metaphorically speaking, I mean. Come on, let's head back to the ship. I need to talk to that shaman.
The fire's gone out. The flowers are still here. And things are certainly a bit dusty. And I don't think you can really go home. But, hey. That's life, ain't it? I messed up at the very end. God damn it. I freaking did it again. Mother fricker. I did it again. I keep making the same mistake at like the final one. I've done this before. $131. I don't. I was hoping it would tell me if that was like. That's easy. 7 moves and 7. Excuse me. There we go. It said 4 seconds, you bastard. And then simply for completion's sake. Moves in 20 seconds. Anywho. Let's go back to the ship.
Huh? Resentful lost souls?
You couldn't get comfortable sleeping near the Opera Epicles, right? Well, I bet that's why. The Fountain of Lucine is where all the water in Fontaine gathers. So that's where the emotions within the water converge as well.
Hold on. If it's souls we're dealing with, feeling uncomfortable should have been just the beginning. I should have been able to hear their voices or something.
And under normal circumstances, I'm sure someone of your talents would have. The problem is, these souls are no longer complete.
Remind me how they ended up like that again? You mentioned something about them being split apart?
Yes, it's called soul severing. Renee of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo came up with it. After learning of Fontaine's impending doom, Renee thought if he could find a means for the soul to live on in perpetuity, it might ensure the world's salvation. Soul severing was the first step of his research. Unfortunately, his theory of the 4 Orthants was imperfect at the time, and a failure along the way caused his physical form to dissipate. Jakob, another member of the Nartsitzenkreuz Ordo, sought to carry on Renee's legacy and restore his physical form. He even used some of the people who stood in his way as test subjects for his research.
By severing their souls?
Yes. After Renee successfully awakened, the two continued their research, and all the severed souls ended up merging into Renee's consciousness.
Crazy.
After you saved Fontaine by turning Fontainians into true humans, these souls returned to the ley lines. But the souls severed before Renee awakened had nowhere to go. doomed to forever wander the waters of Fontaine as listless spirits.
Is there anything to be done for them?
Almost as if they exist outside the bounds of this world, unrecognized by the ley lines or fate. No wonder I couldn't sense them.
Breaking free from fate was also one of Renee's goals back then.
Not only that, but over time, they begin to fuse with other entities. Their inner resentment lured in all sorts of evil beings, which corrupted and defiled them into nothing more than accumulations of filth. But the full transformation must have been recent. Otherwise, the Udex surely would have noticed. Wait, no, he must know already. That would explain the underwater Melazine patrols. No wonder I kept running into officers from the Marechaussee Phantom earlier.
In that case, let's go find Nervalette and we can sort it out together.
That would explain why the water is polluted.
No, not just yet.
Why not?
For one, the diplomatic castle alone would be a nightmare. Even though I haven't reported back to Snezhnaya yet, I'm not planning to leave the Fatui anytime soon. Besides, with me here, success is a done deal. Involving other people would just complicate things. All I need is for Miss Lolly to help pinpoint the location of this monstrosity. Think you can do it?
With my eyes closed. This is what I do. I'm a lot better at it than manning a desk, at least.
I never would have thought that these two would have interacted, but now that they are, I do like the idea of them getting along,
But,
hopefully.
how exactly do you plan on resolving this soul stuff? Even to me, there's no obvious answer. Seems pretty complicated, all things considered.
Just trust me. I have the perfect solution.
Source, trust me, bro.
Alright. If you're that confident, we'll follow your lead.
Also, she's capable, so I'll trust her.
Why the sudden interest in helping Fontaine with this, Androne? You never knew Renee and the others, right?
No, I didn't. And you're right. This problem has nothing to do with me. I wouldn't get within 10 feet of the Narcitzenkreuz Ordo or its members. But, in his later years, Elan told me he regretted not helping his best friend when he needed it the most. He also felt sorry towards Marianne for being too lost in his mechanical research to look after her properly.
Aw.
If he were still with us, I think he'd do the same. He might have a few choice words to say about it, but even after everything, he wouldn't leave his friend's mess for someone else to clean up. Friends shouldn't hold grudges or leave behind regrets. Fixing what happened between him and Renee was one of his greatest wishes. All I'm doing is fulfilling it in his stead.
Aw.
You know, you really do seem a little different now.
You mean everything that just happened wasn't for nothing? Why, thank you for pointing out the obvious, Paimon.
Giving those aquarium tanks a good cleaning, huh?
Just washing off the grime of the past. Turns out, a lot can build up after being ignored for so long.
What's this about aquarium tanks all of a sudden? They go off on some grand adventure and what? Now they have their own private code? Stupid.
Seat Lolly.
All right then, Lolly. Tracking this thing down is up to you.
Huh? Oh, right. No problem.
You got this, Granny Eatsley!
You got this, Granny Eatsley.
You, come with me to Hotel de Boer for a drink. Right now.
Why?
Why? Because I said so. Miss Guillotin, I'll report back on the location tomorrow morning. Just need a drink or two first to bolster me up.
Well, don't let me keep you.
All right, you. Time to go. I've got scores that need settling.
Huh?
Those we have lost.
listless, abandoned souls. An accumulation of resentment and filth.
I'm guessing that was, yeah. I was like, I thought they were familiar. I'm glad she took the pictures with him. And you? Basically, while we wait for tomorrow. Let's work on our next. Let's do some tactical fishing. We've done everything that we can here, so today we're doing everything that we can here. Tomorrow we'll do everything that we can here. Maybe also the last two, depending on how long the quest is. Anywho, let's go. No hesitation. That one's certainly low on the list, because I don't think we'll be able to hit it. But 5 green, 5 blue. 2 crabs, which are purple. In containers. 500. Even if each of these were 100. I mean, might as well be bad. Might as well get the higher tier ones out of the way. Six and 6 is 12. However, haven't come across these flowers yet. 34. Basically trash. And I certainly haven't seen any sparkling critters. Not worth it. See, the mini chest. I need one more of the big purple one. And then these two are probably gonna have to be done the next one. $30K. $135, 800. Okay. Why not, cat? Stop freaking yourself out. You're fine, little one. Yes, hi. It's not for you. Little scrap cat. If I can find another one of those. Look at me all planning ahead. Okay. You have my attention. Stay right there. I can no longer drink the water that I have, but hey. Don't you dare. Ma. Oh, you're after the straw, because of course you are. Because you're a little brat. They're funny. 35, not worth trading up those. 78. 77 is 140. 14 is 28, so 200. So, let's see, 2950. 2990. Okay, yeah, it's barely better. 120 and 120 is 240. 7 and 7 is 14. 14 is 28, so 280. Better, but barely. $450, $180. Yeah, no, that's an easy trade. Prototype camera. Curious or incurious? There's bacon. There's gotta be another one. So. Okay. Okay. Lovely, 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 lovely. Of course, I would love a sparkly one of you. Okay, so I got 2 of these. Then that's all done. I think these were gonna be $3,000. I'm trying to think if there's any possible way for these two to meet. There most certainly is. There we go. Oh my god. 9,750. Earnings is only a little less than 5,000. 100 less than 5. 150 less than 5,000. Yeah, 150 less than 5,000, but still, god damn. This is a good haul. Yeah. And 3K. Lovely, lovely, lovely earnings. Really? Required supplies. Very interesting. Exceptional chest. Sure. This one would be nice. Movement speed. I'm not really suffering. Increases total rewards. The exact locations once you're close enough. And that takes all 6,000. And there's this. Yeah, that was half an impulsive thing, but also... What? Oh, I can do this as well. Cool. We just go back. We still have lots to do. Let's see, so we need to defeat that thing, which we're nowhere near doing. Getting out 5 blue, which are these, and that, and then 5 green, and then 5 containers. Which, we do plenty of containers. Yeah, honestly, pretty much it. Did I get a piano? Why did I switch back? I don't want this one. I need 5 green. love higher tier greens. Hmm. 60. Upset creature you've ever encountered. I had the blade. And for they're purple? You know, I just want 2 more greens, and then I'm hauling the hell. 500. What is it, 750? 5. Now, you have a square, but it doesn't involve this little guy. I need 2 more. Why do I just get the banger stuff? Okay, so 3. I really want the music to shut up. Okay, so I just need to manage to... 5. Is there any way I can get the piano back? How do I get, or rather, how do I get the piano back? I'm like, give me a moment to think. That's a 3. There we go. And there goes my water because a cat is deciding to drink it. 59. Where's the original? Where's the original chassis? Alright, you at the very least get out from in front of me. And 9. 180. Yeah, no, I'll just... Honestly, I've already just... I can get... Like, on one hand, I'm incredibly mad. On the other hand, I saw a sparkly one, and... C'est la vie. Hmm. 400... no... No, that would be 370. 450 compared to 370. Instead of forever tempting myself, I'm just gonna go. Because that's basically just what's happening. I just keep swimming around, baiting myself, and then... Yeah, I could have done this one by 200, but I thought I'd be able to do that one by I thought I'd be able to do both. Hello, hello. Welcome. Let's see. 5 green. If I don't try that, I'm just gonna... Sparkly one, definitely. Now it comes. Nope, not what I meant to do, but sure. Let me out the game. I don't know if I somehow pressed it to let me out or what. Okay, I need 5 of the green little guys. These are so tiny. So small. Let's see, let's see. How these seahorses aren't one, but these little crabs are. See, as much as 70, 75, 60, 12, so it's 120, which I would rather have. Let's see. 500. 160. I'll trade. I just need to find one more little crab. One more little crab. And then I've completed the... 450. Hmm. 120. Given how big this area is, I really am slowly but steadily starting to feel the slow. Some little buddies of yours, big guy. Really just you. These are 270. Nope. Good morning. $6,300. Sure, you can be upside down. Honestly, even though I really have no reason to, I'm continuing.
Time to meet up with Sandrone! Wonder if St. Lolly was able to pinpoint the location. Well, we should know soon. Let's just hope it all works out.
any way that I can get rid of, like, these and a plate rather than this? I'm sure there is. Lovely. 4, 5. Of course, I'm still just flying around, mostly to see if I can find those little crabs like these ones that are scooting around at the bottom. I'm basically looking to see if any of them sparkle. Which honestly doesn't seem like it. I mean, I basically would have to get rid of 2 of them. Or rather, one of them and one of these. So 500, 800 to get 1,000. It's 450. You know? Let's see. Okay, I got rid of this and this and this. So 500, 180, 680, 750. So 750 for an imitation grand piano. Yeah, that's 800. That's 3,000. Alright, I need to stop baiting myself with really awesome, basically everything. Oh my gosh, I love this thing. The blades. Things bounces. Nothing good in that one. At the risk of continuing to bait myself, I shall. Complete the commission, the Lord of Scrapland's End. Is that the one that I'm currently doing? Self-proclaimed Lord of Scrapland. Yep. Let's focus on this one. And I don't know how many they have. Movement speed. I can do movement speed or this. And given that I'm not doing any selling until the very, very end. Anywho, I've since upgraded this again. So while I could do another popularity gift, you've got one, sure. Which means we're a fourth of the way to the outfit. We got 4 days, this is plenty of time. And then this is a tomorrow thing. Anything for the cure. Why does that always sound like a coughing baby? Earn 10k funds from selling collectibles. I'm already at 8k. Display 4 different collectibles in stand slots. Huh. Like different harmless fish or dangerous creatures in aquarium tanks. I think I can do that one right now. Curiouser and curiouser. We haven't even reached phase 2 of this one yet, but there's only 3 phases, so it should be fine. And speaking of things that we haven't done yet, mellow warmth event will end soon. How is mellow warmth? Right. The music one that looks mellow warmth. It says it's an event. Mellow warmth. That ended. I didn't even get a chance to do it. Strategy onslaught. Don't even get me started on this. 0. Restaurant done. Alright, I just do that on my own time. I mean, it did say warmth, so maybe... Is it this? Starlight Void Splendor Glow? Mellow warmth. No, that's this. Which I have done. I was gonna say, if it's... Take on this self-proclaimed Lord of Scrapland. Pretty much the only things we want are special fate. Hi. Okay. I am mildly annoyed. Mostly because genuinely I was looking for the, you know, that guy. What are you? Cat, I need you off my keyboard. Alright. Let's at least try to take his thing on. Oh my god. Cat. Moth, please. Moth, no. Please. God. He's so sweet. And he's just purring and he's like, what? I love you. And I'm like, I love you too, little one. Just please stay out of the way. You know, there is no I love you, but I love my little. Jesus Christ, cats. I was like, let me try. Bro, I popped off. Let's see. Yeah. Right. Where'd it go? I'm sorry. That's... Lovely. And all I lost was this stupid octopus. Oh. I lost the piano. Right, where the hell did it go? No, I didn't have... Yeah, I did. Hmm. There we go. I was like, I can probably get at least 70. Why 70? Cool. I lost that, but I got the piano. Even I know I can't finagle this anymore. It's pretty much just, can I find a really good 1 or 2 item or 2 spot. Plus the 70 and that. As opposed to 90. Yes, please. Now I'm pretty much just doing it. beacon. None of it's useful. No? What do I do with this special date? I kept this thing for so long. Honestly, it's the principle of the matter. Yeah, I could get rid of it for something that's worth significantly more. But I will not. Also, I can keep that one. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything. Right there. It doesn't obtain special blade 155. Cool. Oh, you've almost been here for 3 hours? How? Where did the time go? Yeah. Both of these are done. I need to actively go out of my way to get some of the critters. Hall of Funds. I forgot to read it. Warzone. Water Zone. Water Zone. So Jenny seems to be looking for us. We've taken care of all of Phase 1. Phase 2 is not quite unlocked yet. Oh, so try this one first.
Huh? Why does Paimon feel like there's an extra pool here all of a sudden? Danger! Keep away! Oh, what does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
It
means exactly what it says.
Ah! Cendrone! You made Paimon jump!
It's spelled just
Did
like
you
the
put this sign here?
Yes, with the intention of keeping any curious cats well away.
What's so special about this pool?
It's full of piranhas. Oh, just kidding. Don't tell me you actually believed that. I learned that a few fish in the aquarium are highly territorial and can get rather aggressive. So, I moved them here.
I'm kind of you, Cinderella.
Don't scare Paimon like that! So, this place is like a special quarantine zone for aggro fishies?
Exactly. The water in this pool is much deeper and there's a lot more space. It helps calm down the more territorial fish. I also asked Sijuin at the Fortress of Meropide for some special bait to help mellow them out a bit.
Oh, wow! So, you really do care about the fishies' well-being?
I don't think anyone wants to see the aquarium turn into a bloodbath.
That's for sure. Anyway, why don't you leave this to us?
If you insist. When the fish in the pool feel comfortable enough to swim to the surface, it means they're on the mend.
So, once they're all relaxed and happy, we can put them back in the aquarium?
Where you put them is up to you. All I'm responsible for is scooping up the unruly ones and moving them here in the first place.
Sounds like a plan.
Understood! But that sign is way too scary. Maybe we can change it for something a little less terrifying?
If you want. They're your fish, so I'll leave it up to you.
Can we actually change the sign? To start a Kaleidocatcher, you receive a certain number of complimentary cash credits. Challenge. Oh, it's like that one fishing event where it's like the entire point was catching the fish. Not half bad. How much did we spend though? Not a clue. Not a clue in the slightest. 10 different harmless fish. Small nets, medium nets. Use upgrade healing waters. Okay. How do I upgrade the healing waters? Yeah, this. Okay. Okay, and then next next area. Okay, first things first. This. It's like if I can get anything else after that, then sure. But it's just like, I was hoping that I could also get that. I'll hold off on spending. Any money? Just. Yes, I see. One of the sounds in this event sounds like a baby, like somewhere between coughing and laughing.
Thank you for all your hard work, Traveler in Paimon.
No problem.
I have a pretty good understanding of our patient's condition now, so I've mixed them up some special melazine medicine. Adding these herbs to the water tank should help calm them down.
So, you're basically turning the whole tank into a giant health spa? Huh. That really is a plan that only you could pull off, Siegeween.
But won't it only temporarily relieve their symptoms? To completely cure them, we still need to find the root cause.
You're spot on. I'll need to invite a whole variety of different fish here for physical examinations before I can determine exactly what's wrong. I'll put together a list of patients to check based on the characteristics I need. I'd appreciate it if you could keep a close eye out for any fish that meet the criteria.
Sure. Okay, so basically I just need to get that one, which runs the course. Cool. Lemonade.
Traveler, Paimon. Don't worry, I know what's up. It seems that the reason there have been so many divers around lately is because everyone's trying to clear away all the underwater junk. They're trying to get the environment back to normal as quickly as possible.
I guess couldn't be our world.
If that's the case, I should really double down on my own efforts to help. If the underwater pollution gets any worse, the colors of the Rome maritime flowers will fade. And that's not all. I don't want to think about all the awful things that might happen.
In that case, I'll help out too.
Let's work together to clean up the sea! Hey, Fremini, we found this pretty awesome looking thingy underwater. We think it might be part of a musical instrument? What do you think?
Sure. Oh, wow. This is really intricate. I've studied a fair few mechanisms, but I've never seen anything this detailed or unique.
I think we should put it here. Fits well with the surroundings.
Looks like it's missing some components, though. You'll need to find the rest if you hope to restore it to working order.
That's alright, we're not in a hurry. Though, Paimon is curious to see what it looks like once we put it back together.
Alright, I'd better head back down to help with the cleanup. You two enjoy your rest.
We will. Make sure not to work too hard yourself.
Yep, yep. I was gonna say, if I had to guess, that's
This thing. Did you fish it out of the sea?
We sure did. Do you know what it is?
Even I can tell it's a piano.
More than that. I know whose it is. I used to sit in the garden and play this thing every day.
Huh? So, does that mean it's yours?
It was once. It's a mechanical piano that Ellen invented. It can be played by hand, but it also works automatically.
Wow! That's incredible! But why was it...
When Ellen fell ill, he couldn't bear to listen to the piano anymore. So I got rid of it for him. I never thought I'd see it again. I guess whoever ended up with it played it until it broke, but didn't know how to fix it. Otherwise, it would have never ended up in this state.
Can you fix it?
Of course. Fixing something like this is trivial. The only thing is, it looks to have completely fallen apart. But if you can bring me the missing components, I'll be able to put it back together in no time.
Alright! We'll keep an eye out whenever we're underwater.
There's something missing. This. Oh, I can't wait to get that one. Oh my gosh. Replica model after Sinjarne's recovered mechanical piano. The entire piece boasts a warm golden luster, complemented by the sleek and elegant lines of its classical frame. Looking closely at the decorative carvings, one can almost feel the passage of time flowing silently through the intricate details. Fine, one piece, and that's it. As the beautiful music played, everyone took the opportunity to savor this rare and hard-won moment of reunion. Yeah, Sandrone's a special one. Halfway there. Anywho, last thing I'm wanting to do since we have the air, curious. Don't have as much as I'd like, but 42 items still look pretty good off. purchase. Either one buyer who really wants 2 cameras, or somebody who's willing to purchase 2. Wait, or 2. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, 8,000, 18,000. I don't like things like that just happen as you play. Hey, I got 50,000. Jesus Christ. And I was wanting to. Time to overwhelm myself to the max degree. I don't have any of those. One of those. Haven't seen one of those yet. Okay, 5,000. I can do one of these. Decrease camera. I think I'll do this. Yeah. Max these 2 out because that was just driving me insane. Total of 10,000. I basically got it all in one. And some. Display 4 different collectibles. There's always something you can do. And with that, my darlings, I think this is a perfect time to call it. We've done quite a bit. And we're on to our 3rd area. We're not quite to phase 2 yet, so just because we're making progress doesn't mean we're I somehow think we need to hit friends visiting. I am very curious of this. So yes, entering focused experience mode. Game. Really, game? Well, not anywhere near what I was expecting to happen. And we're back. I say with some great hesitation. Game, please. Okay, so he's on deck, if I had to hazard a guess. Meanwhile... So yeah, he's on deck of the ship. Hey, sure, let's sit down. Meanwhile... This one... Please tell me it does not conflict. Yeah, it's also... Yeah, also bear. Anywho, I'm going to say it right now. We are 3 hours in. I don't want to risk accidentally starting the next bit of quest because I was curious about whatever the hell Fremine wants to tell us. He's not going anywhere. This is one of those moments where I'm where I'm using my brain and acknowledging that I don't have to do this right now. This is a problem for another day. And besides, we have a couple of character anecdotes. Let's first see Charlotte. Say hi to her, and then we'll go talk to our Ayato. We'll talk to our Inazuman boy. The older brother. Right after we talk to our photography friend. Those we have kept. Now that she has been born anew, what will she choose to do next?
You don't need any kind of camouflage to fit into Not Cry. People from everywhere in all walks of life congregate there. There isn't a thing you could wear that would stand out.
Huh? Really? Then I'll just wear what I've got on now.
You'll freeze to death.
Tactful as always.
I'll make you something more suitable for the cold. Come pick it up in 2 weeks.
Understood. Thanks, Chiori.
It's nothing. Oh, and by the way, those gloves you were eyeing earlier, they'd clash horribly with your look.
Oh, well, I was just browsing.
And you won't accidentally bump into Clorand in my shop either.
What? I wasn't...
Oh, hello.
When she orders gloves from me, I usually have Kirara deliver them straight to her door. The only person you'll meet camping here for her is Chevreuse. Perhaps you've a taste for the Special Patrol's hospitality?
Nope, none at all. Zero interest.
Do not start biting my headphone cable.
Like I said, 2 weeks, in-store pickup.
Yes, got it. And thanks.
Traveler, sorry to keep you waiting. If you'd like to buy something, just say so.
Well, I'm also just browsing.
I'm a bit busy, so no invitations to come in for tea and chit-chat today. You know our business hours, so if you'd like to try or buy, just drop by then. I'll be heading back in. And, little Miss Journalist, remember, 2 weeks.
The way she's saying that gives the impression that she
Yes,
forgets.
absolutely. Looks like nothing gets past Chiori. Time to change tack.
You came here to stalk Clorand?
Someone told me that Clorand sometimes comes here to buy gloves. Turns out he was playing me for a fool. Forget it. That's not what matters now. My priority is to stock up and prep for my trip to Not Cry.
You've convinced your parents?
Mom wasn't totally sold, but I never imagined how supportive Pops would be. He even gave me advice and helped plan some potential stories to... I mean, potential vacation spots to visit.
And not only that, he helped buy a bunch of stuff and sent letters to his friends there, asking them to help look after me.
Aw.
I already know them, though. Veteran reporters all.
Sounds like your dad saw right through you. He's really supportive.
Of course he did. He's the top reporter in all of Teyvat. Nothing gets by him. Naturally, he's the best dad, too. If we're lucky, Traveler, we'll see each other and not cry.
Of course. Of course, we always hope to see our friends. Wherever they may be. Like, for example, Inazuma? Oh my god, look, it's a friend. Cat. Cat.
Add as. Thank you for.
Well, if it isn't a random dignified gentleman that we... Gentleman. I know exactly what everyone thinks of you. I agree.
Offering the latest.
This style has a certain light-hearted charm. I believe Ayaka would find it pleasing.
Doing some clothes shopping, Ayato?
Now, this is a fortuitous encounter. I had previously pre-ordered a batch of fabrics from Ogura's, and they would typically be delivered to the Kamisato estate for us to make our selection. However, as I was already at Tenshikaku today for discussions with Her Excellency, the Almighty Shogun, I thought I might as well stop by and review them in person.
So you chose the fabrics personally, and here I thought you'd have one of your subordinates do that for you.
Were these meant for ordinary use, then they would naturally be handled by the relevant staff. However, consideration for attire used in official functions begins with the fabric and colors. These I often see to personally.
Okay.
After all, given the Kamisato clan's role within the Yashiro Commission, overseeing cultural and civil matters, even minor choices regarding textile patterns draws public scrutiny.
You know, fair.
Many merchants market their products using Yashiro Commission-approved labels after our annual procurements. I did once delegate the task, but vendors rushed to offer my representative bribes. And the temptation proved too much for him. It was no small matter to resolve.
Of course.
I have personally overseen such matters since. A stitch in time saves 9.
Never really sounds exhausting. I never realized clothing could be so complicated.
The Yashiro Commission's duties are never simple. I've grown accustomed to it. I've already narrowed it down to 2 candidates, yet I find myself hesitating between them. Traveler, would you lend me your judgment?
It's pretty important. Are you sure it's okay for me to choose?
You are one of our most esteemed guests. More importantly, you're Ayaka's close friend. Rather than being merely okay, I would say none are better suited. In any case, your bearing and sophistication assure me of your excellent taste in fabrics.
Then the left one. Presumably the pinker one.
A fine choice. Excuse me, this is the one. Please bundle 5 bolts for delivery to the Kamisato estate. My gratitude. It was quite the dilemma. I still have a few other matters to attend to. Once the garments are ready, please do visit our estate.
I'll be there. I hope the clothes turn out beautifully.
With the quality fabric you selected, their beauty is assured. Farewell for now, traveler. Until our next meeting.
And a couple of more anecdotes I've taken care of. I really do hope to see that. Like,
Welcome to Netsuke no Gencraft. You can make things other than sculptures as well.
like the purple's nice, but I personally always veer towards pink.
My store is offering the latest in
In here, we will return to Fontaine, and well, I mean, we might as well do it now. But we will continue our quest next time.